What's good, guys? So we are in the garage right now and I'm working on my E30. I'm having a little bit of an exhaust leak. I gotta pull off the turbo, pull off the downpipe, and just get to that exhaust gasket in the back here. So it's leaking back, right back here. So I have to take the entire manifold off, remove the bolts and everything, and then just install a new gasket. So I'm sure you guys have been wanting to see the E30. You know, I haven't done any car stuff in a while just because it's been really cold and now the weather's starting to warm up a little bit. But she is pretty much ready to go. I haven't drove this thing in a long time. I haven't even drove it since it's been turbocharged. So I basically built the entire setup for this car. Besides the turbo manifold, like I did customize all these intercooler piping, and I actually have it nice and snug hidden behind here so you can see it down there. And then I modified the factory oil cooler to fit right behind here with the custom mounts right there, and tile blow-off valve. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the idle control valve yet. I actually might take it off and just omit it and then plug off all these lines here, because you don't really need it. You can adjust all that with the computer. So yeah, actually let me show you guys down below. I'll show you guys the exhaust that I built last summer. Actually it was the summer before. So a full V-band setup. I just unclipped this one here, but yeah, so it goes all the way back down there with the flex pipe and back out into a MagnaFlow muffler. Here's the oil drain from the turbo, comes up from down there, and then over here, this is where the factory oil housing is. So I drilled and tapped it. As you can see, this line coming out here, that's the oil feed that goes to the turbo, and then those hoses coming out of that housing there, those go straight over here into the oil cooler. So here, so it's all oil cooled, and then the intercooler is back here, hidden, pretty sleek. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull off this turbo and the downpipe, and I'm gonna set up the camera. I don't know if you guys like to see this type of stuff. It switches up a little bit instead of just seeing workout footage and me eating. Yeah, so I'm really into cars, if you guys didn't know that, some of my new subscribers. And yeah, there's my other baby under here. This is the Camaro. She's sleeping. She's pretty badass. I'll show you guys. It goes pretty good. Small block, dual foggers. She's one bad bitch. Alright, so let's pull this baby apart. Downpipe. Alright guys, so now we can clearly see the exhaust manifold. So turbo is out, here's the drain line, here's the oil feed line. So now I'm just going to take all these bolts off, and also I'm going to have to take off the oil filter housing, which is back behind there. right back there, that's going to come off as well, because the manifold will hit the actual bracket, and I actually have to get to these bolts behind here, which this housing doesn't allow me to do that. And also, so if you see over here, this is the oil filter relocation kit. So on these B&Ws, they come factory with the oil filter behind it over here. You can't really see it, but once I take this manifold off, you can see the sandwich plate and see how the oil filter sticks out. So this relocation kit over here gives it just some extra room for the manifold to fit. So let's pull this manifold off. And it's off. Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps up today. So got some good progress done over here. So I got the manifold off. I'll actually show you guys all the parts. So here's everything. So in order to take the manifold off, of course I had to take off the downpipe. So this is the downpipe. Here's the O2 sensor, well, the wideband sensor, air filter, the intercooler elbow. There's the manifold. Here's the old gasket, wastegate, and the turbo. And this is the oil filter housing that I was talking about. So this was behind the manifold under it. So in order to get the manifold off, I had to take this whole piece off. So these lines come down over here, and this was mounted up under near the turbo, actually above the turbo. And so yeah, so this was the oil filter housing. So yeah, I have to order some parts, and yeah, so let me guys know if you guys enjoy this type of vlogging, working on the car, and yeah, let me know, so more will come. I probably have some stuff on my face, like some oil hit me in the face, but I kind of wiped it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah. So alright, that wraps up today in the garage. Hope you guys liked it. Peace.